Just keep in mind that the clock is ticking on being able to do that, because what Mercedes has announced for the 2026 EQ models is generally big price cuts across the board. And what that will do, if they're cutting the price significantly, then it's very likely they will have significantly less incentives moving forward. And so even though they will be less expensive, you will lose the ability to sort of get around bank lending parameters. Okay, that is the cheat code, if you will, that we have right now with these EVs, is that because of the big incentives in the form of the lease cash, etc., you can discount a car down, which a bank loves, and then add back in the negative equity, and then you sort of end up back where you would have started on a regular car. Because with new cars, banks go off of the invoice price, generally speaking, to determine the value of the car. And if the invoice price is a couple $1,000s below the MSRP, and now you don't have big incentives, then your ability to absorb a lot of negative equity goes away, okay? This guy's a professional yapper. Cool, thank you for stopping by and sharing that feedback. I appreciate it. Lewis, is it a good idea to finance your lease when the lease is done? Generally, no. Okay, you want to get to the end of your lease and you want to have an appraisal done, check its market value relative to your buyout. Okay, and if the trade-in value that you receive on a lease at lease end is significantly lower than your buyout price, then you absolutely do not want to buy that car out no matter what, because what that means is that you're immediately buying a car for way more than it's worth. Right, so think about that. Let's just say hypothetically you got to the end of a lease. Let's say your residual was 30 grand, which means that your buyout price would be 30 grand plus taxes and fees, okay? Let's say you then took that car and you got an appraisal. You went to a couple of dealerships, maybe you ran it through Carvana and CarMax, and all of the appraisals were coming back at $25,000, okay? The $25,000 is the wholesale value on your car. That is what you could reasonably expect to get when you exit that vehicle. So you would immediately be paying 5 grand less, or I'm sorry, 5 grand more in a selling price before you even add in the taxes and fees than what that car is actually worth. So you immediately end up in a negative equity situation, and that's what we want to avoid, right? If conversely, you get appraisal values that are in that range of your buyout, right? If they're coming back around 30, or even better, if they're coming back higher, then yeah, go ahead and buy it out. Or even better, trade it and get a new car and take that equity that you have and put it towards the new car.